Hi, it's Julie here at Artful Element Studio. I hope you guys are having a great day. We are going to be making these really cool retro keychains. I love these molds. There's several different versions of them available, but they're fun. And I'm doing these for a friend. And so, yeah, let's get started. What I do is I precast some clear resin pieces so that I can do layers with my vinyl. I like the way it looks like it's set in, and everything's going to be clean, and I don't have to go back and recoat with more resin. So very important process for me anyway. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And of course, we're going to pour some UV resin into the mold, just a little bit, okay? And then go ahead and get that cured. And that's going to create this little thin layer for us. Now, I'll take that piece, and I don't care that it's warped a little bit or whatever, but we'll flatten it out. And then I've just got my vinyl here that I've pre-cut, and I'm going to just affix it to this piece. Now, it goes on really easily once you get it placed on there. We just rub it down, get it smooth on. I love how vinyl clings to resin. Look at that, so simple. And now, and you make all these pieces up in advance, right? And then where the hole is, what I do is, because we're going to be casting it in the resin, we'll clip it later. So now here we go. We're going to start putting in our first thin layer for the Fantasy Flake. I like using our Fantasy Flake because it has all these colors, bursts of color, and it just has such depth in it. And of course, it's the only scrunch to scale glitter on the market. So it's really a sheet and large flakes in the pack, and then you can scrunch them up. And then I have some fusion flakes and just some bits and pieces of different film that I have made, and I'm going to lay a little bit of that down. I just love color. They're going to Cabo and the water and the beach, and so I just wanted these really deep, rich watercolors, and see there. And so it has body to it. It's not going to lay all extremely flat. You're going to get depth. And I'm just building up the layers. And then I'll put in some fine. See the layers. See how it's kind of irregular and laid. And yes, these are pink molds, and I am curing them with the UV and putting UV resin in them. You can use pink molds if they're translucent, or at least that the light will go through them. It takes a little longer for the light to cure the resin, but it works. And you can see this is opaque material that I'm using. And as long as I do it in layers and put the light on and then cure a little bit in a layer, it's going to cure all the way through. So no worries. Here I'm just cleaning off the top edge. And because, I'm going to show you how I use the acrylic again. So I've just done that layer and cure. And then I'll add a little bit more of the UV resin and layer again. These are the little deeper ones, these molds, like I said. And so they have a pretty good amount of room to create these layers. Plus, it's going to keep the keychains from, bowing and stuff. Give it just more stability. So now here we go. I'm adding another layer of the clear. And so here we take the template piece that we had done with the vinyl on it. And we're just going to clip off that end where the loop is at, where that hole is at, because we don't need it. And once we lay it into the resin, it's going to disappear. You're not going to see it anyway. So it really helps in placement. And now I'm started at one end, and what we're doing is we push. It's just going to help guide the bubbles out the other end, giving us a real clean, submerged piece. See that? And then we push it to the end so that it comes up, and that's it. Now you can warm these and flatten them, of course, if they bow on you a little bit, because they are really thin, and UV resin will do that due to heat. But now I'm just taking a little bit more of the resin and pressing it around the end, and then making sure that we've got all those little pockets, if there are any, filled out. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to top it with some clear. The whole thing, cover the whole thing with the clear resin. Now I overfill it just a little. It kind of mounds up a little. And the reason I do that is now I'm coming back with my acrylic piece. And you'll see me do this in so many of my videos. And I press and press and press and make sure I work all the bubbles out. And I don't care that I get overflow. It's so important for me to not have to be able to go back and do a brush coat if I can help it. And so this is why I do this. But like I said, it's just a technique. And then I'm going to flip it over because like I said, these are the pink ones, but look at that. I just flipped it over, I cured it for a little longer, and now I'll release the mold and cure it some more. This is just going to ensure that everything's all stable and secure inside. You see that little flange? No worries. Just watch. So simple. And now I've cured it, and it's going to go from corner to corner, and I just popped it free. That's it. Now, if it doesn't pop free from the acrylic, or you don't hear it kind of snap, then you need to leave it under the light longer. That's it. It's not ready, that's all. And there I am, just trimming off the edges. And clean, look at that. Slick as a whistle. Actually, that front is smoother than the silicone mold, believe it or not. And now I'm just going to go back with a pair of scissors, and we'll just make sure that the hole is cleared. And then you can run around the edge with either an edging tool, a blade, or your scissor. But that's it. So simple, easy to do. And then they're ready for the keychain findings. And see that depth, that richness? The video really doesn't pick it up, but there's a lot of depth there. So, hey, thanks for watching. And try yourself some Fantasy Flake. And find spun, but have fun creating. And bye for now.